We have more NHL news to discuss today. The New York Islanders and Jordan Eberle have come to terms on a contract extension. We'll get into all the details and give you my thoughts coming up next. Welcome back to Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and discuss all 31 NHL teams, so if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So the New York Islanders have remained busy here and got one of their pending unrestricted free agents signed to a contract extension. The Islanders and Jordan Eberle have come to terms on a 5-year contract extension, paying Jordan Eberle an average annual salary of $5.5 million. Now, this contract comes as a little bit of a surprise to me. Obviously, they have some other bigger name pending unrestricted free agents right now with captain Anders Lee and goaltender Robin Lehner. Obviously, we've heard rumblings about the negotiations for all three. And based on what the media has been saying, we're kind of led to believe that Eberle was probably the least likely of the three to return. We had previously heard a term might be a sticking point, and the Islanders were more than likely looking for something even shorter than a 5-year term. So this news is a little bit of a surprise to me. We heard that there's many other teams interested in Eberle. There's a few specifically that he's linked to, but apparently he's not going anywhere. He's staying with the Islanders. Of course, Jordan Eberle has played with the Islanders for the past 2 seasons. This past year, he had 37 points, which was a little bit of a disappointment, I think it's fair to say. But he did come through with a pretty strong playoff performance, putting up 9 points in 8 games. Certainly looked to regain some of that form. So obviously, the Islanders decided here that they would like to keep him in the fold longer term. So within the 5-year contract, there's some more extra details here as well. Now here is a breakdown of the year-by-year salary signing bonus as well as no trade protection. Year 1 here coming up for the coming season, he's paid a salary of $5.25 as well as a $2 million signing bonus. So he will receive $7.25 million of that contract here up front in the first year. In 2021, he will have a salary of $4.75. Now also in the first 2 years, he has a full no trade clause. So in the first 2 years, Eberle was given a full no move clause, so he cannot be traded anywhere without his consent. For the final 3 years, the salary breakdowns as follows. In 21-22, he's paid a salary of $7 million. In 22-23, it's $4.75. And into 23-24 season, he's paid at $3.75. So obviously the only year that has a signing bonus is the current coming year up front here. The rest of it will be paid as regular salary. In the final 3 years as well, that full no trade clause changes to a modified no trade where he has a 16-team no trade list. So by that point, we will have 32 teams. That means that half the NHL teams will be on his no list, and obviously that leaves half the teams for a yes list. So obviously that's pretty 50-50. That part's not too bad, but I do find the first 2 years with the full no trade clause a little bit concerning. I do find NHL general managers do hand those out a little bit too loosely, in my opinion. I think that should be reserved for more so just top players. And Eberle's a decent second line player for the Islanders, but he's not, a high enough quality player, in my opinion, to be given that full no trade protection. But I guess we'll see what happens here. Obviously, having that no trade protection will also impact the Seattle expansion draft. Obviously, that was key for him, I'm sure, for the contract negotiations, that he will not be able to be selected by the expansion team. He'll be guaranteed to remain in Long Island for at least the next 2 years and beyond here. So $5.5 million for Jordan Eberle and the New York Islanders. Of course, they already signed Brock Nelson to a contract extension not too long ago after their season came to an end. And now they continue to negotiate with captain Anders Lee and goaltender Robin Lehner. I do think this means a couple of things here for the Isles, even though they have all kinds of salary cap space. With the Eberle contract now in place, that puts them down to, I believe it's $22.5 million approximately they have left in salary cap. If they are able to get Lee and Leonard signed, that will eat up a fair bit of that as well. So I would imagine that we're not going to be seeing the New York Islanders go out and make a big splash in free agency. There had been some talk before that they might be interested in Columbus Blue Jackets free agents Artemi Panarin and Robin Lehner, and I think more than likely now that that's not going to be the case. I'm not sure how much truth was in the first place, but I think it's fair to say with all the contracts that they get lined up, unless we don't see them sign Lehner or Lee, I don't think we're going to see them do a whole lot in free agency. I think Lou Lamoriello, more than likely, if he does any more tinkering with the roster, would have to do it through trades to have money going out in order to bring other players in. But I guess we'll see what happens here. They're not done yet. They still have more UFAs to talk to, and we'll see where the rest of this goes. But for right now, that's 2 signings for Lou Lamoriello and the Islanders so far this season. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below on the Eberle contract, and we'll continue the conversation in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, I hope you consider subscribing. We cover all 31 NHL teams, and there's plenty of content here for all hockey fans to enjoy. So if you're new to subscribe for more content just like this, we'll keep you up to date on all the latest news here at Top Shelf Hockey. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.